Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Just wanted to do a quick live to let y'all know about the freedom of working as a logistics or trucking industry entrepreneur. I know a lot of you are headed to work right now, or a lot of you are at work, or whatever the case may be, and you probably got a long day ahead of you. You know, all I can tell you is, look, there is a better way. Okay, I'm sitting out here in my backyard. Show y'all here. I'm sitting out here in my backyard and just enjoying the beautiful day with my dog, and I am booking freight online for these carriers. As a matter of fact, I personally booked 7 loads this morning for some carriers that we have who are not on dedicated. And so I personally went on and booked 7 loads this morning for carriers that we have that are not on dedicated freight lanes. Now, do I book freight like this every day? No. Can I? Yes. Have I done so? Absolutely. I've done this in the past and just booked, 10, 15, 20 loads a day, but that's how I made my way in this industry. Now, with 317 carriers that we dispatch for, I don't necessarily book freight all the time. My team does, okay? I concentrate on running our Logistics Learning Center, showing you all how to book freight, which brings us to our next point. Look, there's a ton of money that can be made in this industry, and with that comes the freedom of being able to work from just about anywhere. I don't have to get up in the morning and fight traffic and all the hustle and bustle. I get up, get my cup of coffee, eat my breakfast, come out here on my gazebo and book freight with my old dog at my side. Right, AJ? AJ? Hey, how you doing? I know, you like just laying right up underneath me, don't you? All right. But, and that's what it's all about. To be honest with you, this is really what it's all about. Having the freedom to do what you want, in the time frame that you want to do it in. If I was on vacation, if my wife and I were on vacation right now and on a cruise, guess what? I have my laptop and I still book freight. And as y'all can see, and this is, right now I'm looking at some loads that are coming out of Florida. And got some pretty good paying loads. I have the highlighted sections for the loads that are paying greater than $2.75 per mile, as you all can see. So we've got some pretty good loads here that are coming out of the state of Florida. And the way I work it is I charge 10% of the load fee to the owner-operator when I find them a load. Now, if you're looking at loads like this that are coming out of Florida that's paying $800, that would pay me $80 for the owner-operator that picked it up and ran that load, okay? Because I do charge 10%. Now, it's a short-run load. Give you all an example of how this works. This is a short-run load. It's only going 167 miles, okay? That's all it's going, 167 miles. So what I did was I actually booked that carrier on 3 loads already this morning. So I booked that 167 mile run, which is going to take them about 3.5 to 4 hours, about 3.5 hours to make that run. Okay, so they still have a lot of time left on the clock. So I booked them another load that was leaving out of Punta Gorda, Florida, which is Puerto Gorda, Florida, which is I booked them a load I think it was less than 25 miles from there. And they picked that up today. He's scheduled to pick that one up. Matter of fact, what time is it? He should be dropping the load that I booked for him early this morning. He should be on his way to pick that load up right now. So he'll pick that load up right now, and he'll be done with that one that's going to run from there. I think it's running down to Fort Lauderdale, which is not even 90 miles from there, I don't think. So he'll make that run, and then he'll hit on just a little piece down the road, about about 40 more miles and go to a bottled water plant, and he'll make a run from there back up to Jacksonville, Florida, which is, I think, is Jacksonville from Fort Lauderdale. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's like 90-some miles or 102 miles or something of that nature. But it's not that far. The point is, he'll be able to run all 3 loads, and he'll make about $1,700 on today's runs. And that will pay me a total of about $170. Why? Because we get 10%. Now, that was just one load. That was just one scenario that I booked for that carrier today. Now, what am I going to do with those? I'm going to take those runs, right? And I've already called up 2 brokers and gotten them to agree to allow that driver, that carrier, to pick up those loads every day at the same time, 5 days a week. I'm waiting for a call back from the 3rd broker that I booked them a load on to see if that load runs every day. And if that's the case, I'll simply tell him this driver can be at that location the same time, Monday through Fridays. Because we already know that he can make those runs and he can get there at a scheduled time. So you go ahead and pre-book those, and now once I've done that, then I have that carrier on a dedicated run, which means that's when I don't have to worry about trying to reset during the week, this week, next month, or whatever the case may be, because he's going to stay on those dedicated runs, making $1,700 a day, 5 days a week, until what? Those loads no longer run. And it looks like those loads are going to be running, consecutively for quite some time. So just from that one carrier, I'm going to be receiving $170 per day, 5 days a week. Now, what do you think happens when you get yourself 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 70 carriers? Okay? Then you're looking at a whole different ballpark when it comes to, in terms of your financial stability, your financial growth, and things of that nature. Now, a lot of y'all know me. Y'all know I started out homeless. Well, I didn't start out homeless, but I found myself homeless in 2008, living at the shelter here in Tallahassee, Florida, and that's where I started my first business from. And you all have watched me progress during that time. You can actually go to my YouTube channel at Diaries of a Homeless Entrepreneur in Tallahassee and pull it up. And there you can see all 140 videos, all leading up to where I am now. So if I can make this happen and get to this point with all those things stacked against me, take an evaluation of your situation right now. Just do an evaluation of your situation and tell me there's something that you can't do to make your life better. I don't care if you join my platform or not. That's not what it's really about. What I'm trying to get everyone to see is there's more to life than just a job. Remember that. There is more to life than just a job. And also remember, no great gains were ever made by anybody staying inside the box. Y'all hear me talk about Mr. Freddie Figures, okay? I love him to death because he's the epitome of what you can do if you just put your mind to it. For those of you who don't know Freddie Figures grew up in Quincy, Florida, just like I did. I remember him running around. My little sister used to, I think they went to school together or something like that. And I remember the young man, but he was left on the doorsteps as a baby. Actually, he was left in a garbage dump as a baby. And his current parents found him in that garbage dump, and they adopted him. Okay, so here's someone who was just thrown away. Thrown away. Now the young man owns the only African-American owned cellular company, mobile wireless company, who has his own towers. That's huge. Huge. He's developed several groundbreaking devices that help people with diabetes and all types of things. If you don't know who I'm talking about, look him up. Just Google him, Freddie Figures. With Figures Communication or Figures Wireless. Google him. But he's the epitome of showing what you can do if you just put your mind to it. The man didn't grow up rich, but now he's a multimillionaire. Literally. And he's right from Quincy. So those of you who are in the surrounding areas, get to know him. He's very, very accessible. I've talked to him on several occasions, and we discussed different business ideas and things like that, and he is a great inspiration to me. When I was homeless, he was a great inspiration to me. I learned a lot by listening to him and just having conversations with him. And so that has led me to where I am now in this industry and making good on promises I made to myself not to get stuck in that situation and not to ever be in that situation ever again. So whether you join my platform or whether you join some other type of platform or whether you just start your own business from scratch, you just got to get out there and do it. I know it's scary. It probably frightens the hell out of a lot of people. It frightened the hell out of me. But guess what? Staying stuck in my same situation frightened me more. So I made a commitment not to do that. And this is where it has gotten me. Sitting in my backyard next to a lake in a home that my wife and I just purchased. And this is what paid for that. Okay? Now, I don't have anything else to say except look us up, the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Okay, you can go to mydispatcher.org. That's mydispatcher.org. That's singular, not plural. And look us up. If you want to join our platform, great. If you want to ask me questions, hit me up on Facebook. Give me a call, 866-973-6445, extension 0. That's come directly to me. If you have questions, I'm open to answering questions from anybody. My students will tell you. And by the way, we have over 4,000 students worldwide right now. The RBBS Logistics Learning Center has more than 4,000 students worldwide right now. We have more than 2,000 active monthly subscribers. Our YouTube videos are more than 250 videos on YouTube right now. We have close to 5,000 subscribers, and we are getting almost 190,000 views every single week, which tells you that our ad revenue is off the charts. Well, it's not off the charts, but it's getting there. It's not off the charts. For me, it's off the chart. It's not like the little 9-year-old that reviews toys and he's got 20 million, views and he's making, 15, 20 million a year off of YouTube ad revenue. I'm not quite there yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. And these are the types of things that you all need to become aware of, that there's opportunities all around you. Opportunities are all around you. But if you don't take the time to learn how to recognize them, then they're not opportunities. They're just regrets. That's all they are. An opportunity is only an opportunity if you're prepared to take advantage of it. If you're not prepared to take advantage of it, then it's just a regret. You look back and say, man, I regret not getting involved with that. I regret not taking a chance on that. I regret. Stop living in regrets and start taking advantage of opportunities. Well, my dog and I, AJ, you wanna say bye to everybody? Okay. My dog and I, we're gonna probably just sit here and just chill out for a little bit. I booked enough freight for the day. Me personally, I'm going to work on some adding some new load boards to our back office site. For all my students, yes, we have new load boards that are coming to the back office site. I've got about 37 of them, direct load boards that we're going to be adding to the back office site. And Mr. Khalid Hodge and I, we're working on our load board. And so that is up and running right now. I will place the link on here as soon as I get off this live, so y'all can go to that load board and get signed up for it. Right now, it is free. It is free, and I think it's going to remain free until we finish the beta testing of it. And then after that, I think you're going to get 90 more days of free activity on it. And then after that, you will start paying $29.99 $0.09 per month to access the load board. Now, our load board will feature loads that are 100% price, which means there will be no blind loads, no loads that are posted that won't have a price on them. So no more of that. And there's some other things that we're working on. I am working on a way to end cheap freight within the industry. That is going to be huge, but it's something that's going to take time. Look for it. It is coming. And for those of you who are in trucking, you all know that there's a problem with cheap freight. But we are working on a way to effectively end cheap freight in the industry as a whole. Y'all have a great day. I will.